Peace, peace. Whoa. All right, cool. How y'all doing out there? Let me take this down. Gonna let some more people come in and we'll get started. But while we're waiting on them, uh, we're gonna drop something on y'all. While we're waiting on them, I dropped something out the archives. This one of them. This one of those you had to be there. You just had to be there. It was an era. I had a lot of fun. This era had a lot of fun. Um, Good and bad memory. Um, Overall, though, lessons learned. You know what I'm saying? The lessons in it. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the homie Mark Hampton, Big Dead, Jamie, Sherlock, the homie Wild Indian Dunn. What's up with it, Dunn? Tell them one time, man. Shout out to everybody else in the building, the rest of the 21 who ain't said nothing. You know, it is Freaky Deaky Friday. Yeah. Shout out to the homie Bellagio. What's up, Denver? Denver, you at the airport? You on the way to the airport? Uh, it's that time. I know if I'm feeling like this here today, I know how you was feeling yesterday. Then. I'm rushing. I hate rushing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't book my appointment. Go to the barbershop tonight. I wish I could have went in the morning. Um, yeah, man. Y'all know how they had the little white line on the edge of. Yeah, I want to keep my white line. I want to have my little white line in Mexico, man. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that. The homie PD said dope topic. Nigga, that's clickbait. Shout out to the homie Lucchini. What's up with it, OG Donald Grant? Mr. TD in the building. She said, on my way. I'm on my mama nerve. I'm about drunk. Yeah, it's real. Uh Everything is slow down. Everything is slow down. You know. We about to go make history. We about to go make history. And some people say, well, y'all act like y'all the first ones who went to the pyramid. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than just going to the pyramid. It's deeper than that. It's the timing. It's the era that we're in. Um, yeah, it's different. I wouldn't care who been already. Um, Shoes I've been. It's different. The part of it making history is it's the timing that we doing it. We're the first of this era, and when I say this era, this the era with us paving the way. You know what I mean? Us paving the way. And so that first, cause this is just gonna be the first of many, but it's special because it's the first. So we'll see what happens. Shout out to Unborn here in the building. Yeah, Petey, my bad, man. This is clickbait. Um, Man, I wish I did have that information, man. That if Rome was in Mexico and Greece, what part? Hold on, let me ask you this here. What part of the topic was interested, brother PD? Which part got you? Miss Jessica in the building. Shout out to the homie Corey. He say, "What up, Chief? Just landed at my first stop. Next stop, Mexico. It's getting real. It is definitely getting real, man. Say, man, at the airports already. Whew, I'm dreading it. And I ain't got but a 2 hour flight. Yeah, my flight ain't even 2 hours to get from here to where we going. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell I remember A1 was talking about the little building with the swivel with the joint that go around. That's I was trying to think. I'm like, what are you talking about? But that building, that place you talking about, you can get a tour that go to Chichen Itza and they'll take you there. That place is actually in this other city. It's in a little Mayan town, and that Mayan town is real important. And so I guess so when I say I was clickbait with the topic, bro, I am. I'm not really clickbaiting, right? Well, I guess you can say I'm clickbaiting until I give you the information, until I really break it down and then show you what I'm talking about. Or even why I say that. You know what I mean? Let me say that, right? Now, do I really have it in order right? I don't have it in order right. And I did just kind of put anything, right? But I will say this. It is some I'm going somewhere. Let me put it like that. I'm going somewhere without getting the game up. Let me say that. I'm going somewhere without getting the game up. Hey y'all, do me a favor, man. We have 50 people in here. Um, why the likes don't match? For the last probably like 2 weeks, I wouldn't say 2 weeks, probably like 2 weeks. I don't know, man. The days going by so fast. I've been, just trying to get to this day that we at for Mexico and making sure everything go right and be successful. So, the days kind of been going fast. So, but far as the likes, I ain't really been feeling that. Y'all got we got to do a better job on keeping the likes up. Moderators, even people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we stay on that, man. And sometimes we gotta tap the person on side of us, man, because we might be moving fast or just popping in. And the little things in life, we ain't paying attention to. We really need that like button, Need the people to participate. What's up with it, Akiri? On Big Vito in the building. He said Tampa, Colorado is the place. What place, Sherlock? This nigga AJ talking about he need a couple dollars. Jessica say, is the lecture still tonight? Nah, it's not. So last night we went on and changed it. And I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons is timing, and most importantly, far as the tickets. If we would have had enough people who supported, we would have did it tonight. We would have did it anyway. There wasn't that many people who supported, so I just feel like maybe it needs the proper attention that I can't give it right now because I'm so worried about taking care of this business that's in front of getting this shit right. We get this right, open up the door for the other shit. So yeah, I know I'm a workhorse. I'm a workhorse, so I be trying to.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll work easy work. So I'm a workhorse, but nah, we not. I don't think it's right. It don't feel right. So then we ain't get enough support. I mean, if I we would have got a little bit more, I would have did it. So we're gonna push it out, man, to next week, and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll do it for sure. Then and maybe be better timing. Um, yeah, maybe it'll be better timing. But for those who did not support, um, man, I'm gonna tell you a lot of things. I don't even, I don't even worry about. Like even for going to the trip, I didn't. It didn't matter who was coming. It didn't matter if people was coming or not. Um, like man, I cut all like I don't have no like emotional ties to this, and so it's not that to me is checking off a goal. You know what I'm saying? And okay, you have to get this done to get to the next. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't even look at it like that no more. I just really just try to get to the next. So if I do a build, it don't matter if people supported it or seen it or not. I'm gonna put it in the archives and I got it done. We go to the next because there's so much to be done. We at the beginning stage, really at the beginning stage of what this is going, one day be. Um, I told the homie I was it was clickbait for the title, but if I was to be honest, for a lot of people who didn't support the election, this is kind of the angle that I'm going. You know, this is the angle that I'm going in. Kind of what the title is, without it saying it. So we know that the title is "Bloodlines of the Gods Fire," but how we coming is some of the things that we're gonna be breaking down is how this European history we can go through it and it's extensive and detailed, and they have all of the names, the history. Well, I said they have all of the names, all of the information. I mean, these people going in debt, but you go over there, they don't have the civilization to back it up. They don't have the civilization to back it up. Nah, man, you're not gonna come out here and go that into detail, bro. You're gonna be that detailed in everything that you're recording. Europe was colonies. So I take you through France. I can tell you the people that was there first, the people who came in, the people who brought a form of civilization, the people who came and united the families and the bloodlines went through them. We can look at it in those. Well, ain't no we can. That's those are the steps that we taking in this bill. We're gonna break it all the way down. Um, I mean Portugal. Um, we're gonna go from its early names, to the people that end up ruling afterwards. What they're called pre-Roman cultures that were there, and we get an understanding on these things. So we can lay it out. But one thing I can't help but to notice is that these are colonies. So who doing the record keeping? Because a lot of times these places, switching hands of power. Most interestingly, these places are of port cities, or they're centered around a major port, a coastline. So when we hear like a lot about Africa today, they have us, this fight with the, about this African plight, and kind of 1450s, 1400, 1492. You know, they have this West African plight. The interest in West Africa came off of what is called the Ghana or the Gold Coast. The truth is, the people out of North Africa, people who become known as the Moors, um, they did trade in those areas. Now, first one is it was people there before them. In this lecture, we're going to go in, I don't want to say in debt because it's not solely about the Moors, but we will have the Moors in this timeline. We have to. We got the Sephardi's in there and everything. You can't take them away from each other. But we'll show the history of them intermingling. But the Moors in West Africa, they have a lot of history there. Um, Ghana was today Ghana. And these are things that go unsaid today. So I want to show it. And I'm not just talking, I'm naming names, right? We're going in chronological order. We're naming names. Who first got there? We're going from the first nigga that got there to the last nigga that was in power before they lost control. And they was there for a long stretch. I'm talking about hundreds of years. The Moors in West Africa. So this conversation about who's an African. The Moors had great interest in West Africa. Period. Um, do I got names and names? Hold on, let me scroll through my PowerPoint. We can throw some names out there. Names that we never hear about. You know what I'm saying today, but when we go through the history, it's clear the Moors part that they took and and who they were. We're gonna go through all of the Berber nations. You feel me? The Moravids, the Almohads. We're going through all of the Berber nations. He had three top ones. We're going through all of those. And we're doing them in chronological order. These niggas was here. This happened, and this group came all the way into their expansions, which is gonna lead us into Spain and also into West Africa. Now, the question is, we hear a lot about a possible Mexico connection. Where does that come from? This possible Mexico connection with the Moors. So we'll get all of that understood. Check. We're gonna this the I would tell y'all how many people actually bought the lecture. Very disrespectful to me, bro. How many people actually supported the lecture? I would tell y'all the number, bro. Real disrespectful, especially for the level of information. You know what I'm saying? So, this was one of the ones you could have came out here and charged the arm and the leg and put a number on it. because of the value. We ain't do that though, man. We was in a good mood. But this the type of thing that's gonna be in there. So we'll get an understanding for as the Moors and this Mexico connection for sure. Um, who else we have in Florida? Um, the Mayans. I don't think y'all never heard. Um, we're gonna go extensively into the Mayan history. We're gonna talk about this question of why, if y'all were the people in Mexico, why the people in Mexico don't look like y'all. Well, there's a very, very simple answer to that question, and anyone who knows Mexican history can answer that question. Um, yeah, a lot of people don't even know Mexican history. When you're talking about the colonization of America, that same timeline is gonna follow with Mexico. So Texas and Mexico gonna have a history, and then you're gonna have the Yucatan, who's gonna have a separate history. History of the Yucatan is real prevalent, and we're gonna go through a lot of their history here. Timelines. We're gonna set up major cities, the top three um, places there, and that connection and what they actually had to do with this period of you know um, um, I wouldn't even call them Spain because at the time they wasn't even Spain, but with these people coming over, so we'll get into that. What else we got in here? I said France, Canada. We're gonna go into Canada. You have places like Wisconsin, Michigan. You have these were real important places. We talked about before, and then also the importance of the Mississippi, the fact that you can go from Canada and come down to the Gulf of Mexico. You can travel. You're looking at Chicago. All of these had these large ports, these large bodies of water, and you know what I'm saying. They beautiful. Been that way for a long time. The 1800s, when people talking about Mexico have always been black. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. If we go through the Mexican Revolutionary War, all of the main characters are niggas. Not only are they niggas, but they're referred to as Indians. You have some now there'll be a mixture. They may have Spanish ancestry, with a Indian mixture. I thought that was really important. So we'll point out some of those key players in there because as we telling the timeline for the Yucatan, it's gonna follow with the timeline of American colonization because they're gonna actually need their help. So we're gonna highlight those points and break it down. And a part in there too. So we're gonna do like I want to show these colonies. I said Canada already. I'm gonna blow y'all mind with this Canada information. And I guess it'll take me into here because through that Canada bloodline, I have another bloodline that's gonna take us down. So we got some Indian history in there too. We have the five civilized tribes, what was called the Algonquin or the Iroquois. Um, we wanna, who these people were. The Iroquois, um, very powerful. Um, and they had slight differences in culture to the Algonquin. So who were the Iroquois? In this large population of what would be called um, Algonquins. Why everyone Algonquins around them, but the Iroquois. Hey, bro, we have 100 people watching, only 70 likes. We have 100 people watching, 70 likes. Come on, man. That's. We have 100 people watching. We have 70 likes. Sherlock Holmes say Gulf of Mexico is the most important body of water on the map. For its trade, I can see you have two of the most important on this side. Um, Houston on the ship channel, the port of Houston, what they call the ship channel here. You have it's one of the largest in the world, right here in Houston. That takes you out there into the Gulf. You come through the Gulf. You also have New Orleans. New Orleans is that port. So say like if you want to take a cruise line, you want to take a cruise line, the two most important um takeoff is you'll leave from either Florida or you'll have to come down to Galveston, Texas. Now I don't care where you at in the world. Certain places that you want to go, if you want to go by ship, like a cruise, and then we'll follow that. So I want to show you how just important that is. If you're going on a cruise today, most likely you're gonna be leaving out of Florida, or you'll be leaving out of Galveston, Texas, to show how important that Gulf of Mexico is. Now you can't eat out of there. That ain't that. I don't know. That catfish in there. I don't know, man. Them blue crabs in there, man. Them ghost shrimps. They big old ghost shrimp. Ooh, they done did the BP oil spill and pushed a lot of them people out of that land, out of that area. Back then when pirating and privateering was, real big. And since they were en route on boats, ships, that made that a real popular place. But these are ancient trade routes. So from the Yucatan to Galveston was a major trade route. Peru to the Yucatan, the Yucatan to Cuba, or let's say Florida, because back then, I mean, if Cuba is so close to the Yucatan, bro. Jamaica is so close. One of the largest populations down there for its tourism is Jamaica. A lot of Jamaicans go down to Cancun and to the Yucatan on vacation, so or holiday, depending on where y'all from in the world. Um, so yeah, the title came, what I told them, I clickbaited them. Really, you gotta come to the lecture, see what I'm talking about. I know I'm gonna blow your mind with the information on Canada, the Cherokee. If we doing information, I'm talking about the Cherokee out of Tennessee. specifically. Because we know the Cherokee said to be a Iroquois stock. So then we had to ask, well, who are the Iroquois? We had a full, what they're called today, civilized tribe, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Seminole, Creek. We'll talk about those guys. We talking about bloodline. Let me throw that in there, bro. Bloodline. The French mixed with who? The Choctaw. The French are said to come down from Canada, not through the Gulf. Right? They never sailed from France and sailed over to Louisiana. They are said to come from all the way up out of Canada, come all the way down here, Alabama. Wow. When we go back, I think I played a little clip over here the other day. And it was of King Arthur. King Arthur and Prince Maduke dying. King Arthur dying in Kentucky. King Arthur, one of the most famous knights. They have stories, tales about this guy. He's a European legend. And all the way up into the 1900s to the 20th century, early 20th century, it was widely known or said that this guy actually died in Kentucky. Now let me ask you this here. Today, if we look it up, they're gonna say, let me look it up. Let's look it up, y'all. King Arthur. Where the nigga died at? Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna pull this up for y'all. All right. King Arthur, got him on here as a white boy and everything, right? In Welsh sources, the author is portrayed as a leader of the post-Roman Britons. Not British, but the Britons. Shout out to OG Eric Walken. In battles against the Anglo-Saxon invaders of Britain in the late 5th and 6th century. He appears in 2 early medieval historical sources. Now, it say these dates to 300 years after he is supposed to have lived. And most historians who study the period do not consider him a historical figure. His name also occurs in early Welsh poetic sources. The character developed through Welsh mythology, appearing either as a great warrior defending Britain from human and supernatural enemies, or as a magical figure, folklore sometimes associated with the Welsh otherworld. Now, the legendary author developed, let me come down here. The history basis of King Arthur had been debated by scholars. One school of thought citing interest, history of Britons or Welsh annals, saw Arthur as a genuine historical figure. A Roman British leader who fought against invading Anglo-Saxons. Now, the Latin compilation attributing some late manuscripts in Welsh contains the first datable mention of King Arthur, listing 12 battles that Arthur fought. The cumulative in Battle of Badon, when he is said to have single-handedly killed 960 men by himself. It's a bad man. Hey, y'all get them likes up. Turtle say, don't he have statues? You know what? I don't know. I don't know. What I would say is this: King Arthur, the real King Arthur, is said to share bloodline with King James Stewart, James the First, King James of the Bible, King James of of they united the crowns. You feel me? 1603. Ireland, Scotland united the crowns. Now, if King Arthur, hold on, let me get that joint. Because King Arthur is gonna said to be have died in Kentucky. Now, if King Arthur died in Kentucky and James is his cousin, um, somebody say what part of Kentucky? Could it be a part of Virginia? And then later, once it came into statehood in the 1700s, they called it, you know, this area, particular place, Kentucky. Let me go get that joint. Let me put it up there. I want to make a small point. If y'all seen Bloodlines of God's Four, I went into history on Charlemagne. Charlemagne. So when we go through France, I think I'm gonna touch on that again here. Charlemagne, his relationship with Rome. That's why I be saying a lot of people don't like Rome. I like Rome. Rome, you gotta be on your toes. You can't come half stepping. Nigga, they're a dynasty. They're winners. And if you ain't on top of your game, you know, the Romans will roll over you. So Charlemagne, his connection, and also showed the connection here in America, which would be a Roman presence. And Charlemagne will be centered around it. So if we can put them in America, hold on, give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm trying to think of what video is that you know, it'd probably be bloodline going forward. If all of this is the same joint, boy, you bad. You're a bad man. If you got all that in the same one. Yeah, it is. Actually, it is in here. So, you know what? I'm gonna do something for y'all. We're gonna play this little clip, but I'm gonna start a little further. And then I play the another joint that we can. Hey, y'all jump on that like button and support the show. It's Freaky Friday. Hey, Geniality say win bloodline lecture. We gonna it's gonna be Friday. We're gonna do it Friday. Not tomorrow though. Next Friday. We're gonna be gone tomorrow drunk. We're gonna be drunk on the beach tomorrow. You know. This bloodline of the God's full right here. 4 hours, 24 minutes. This is why y'all gotta get y'all the BCU Platinum Pack. Right now, you get a Platinum Pack, bro. You get BCU merch. Hey, man, shout out, man. There was some homie had bought a Platinum Pack the other day. Hold on, let me see. Let me see his name. It was shout out to the brother Hannibal. um brother named Hannibal. So look out, Hannibal. I gotta keep my word. I said if you get a platinum pack, you know, up into the lecture, then I'm gonna send you a signed book and I'm gonna send you some merch. So you get a signed book and you get merch with it. So brother Hannibal, when you get time, hit me on BCU merch, or go through the website bcuniversity.com, or hit me on the app or whatever. You feel me? Get in touch with me, send me your information. I want to send you the joint, and they go for anybody too, man. We pushing it back a week to Friday, so you still, that deal will be the Friday. You get signed book and merch if you purchase a BCU platinum pack. But we're gonna go through a little information, man, far as because concerning the title, right? Was history told in reverse? Was all of this history that they tell us about in Europe did actually happen in America? And they talking about the Welsh, and my game is this, bro. You're gonna have a civilization to back up, right? Because they'll tell us one of the forms of civilization is record keeping. And I think we all can agree with that. Because the record keeping is going to be centered around agriculture. Check, we got to eat. And if we don't get these timings right, then we don't eat. We follow the herd, follow the herds of animals, instead of taking control of our own destiny. And so we record keep. So if you can press in your genealogy and it's saying your family go back to such and such in Europe, and you got records going back to the 800s. You feel me? I mean, it's extensive records. They lived here in this place. And you feel me? We're going to need to see a civilization to back that up. You're not going to come out here and be that strong in one area of civilization, and you're not going to have the total package. Because like I say, if we're going to start record keeping, you have to start record keeping off of tracking the stars in astrology, homie. And from there, it'll go to the agriculture. You feel me? And now we can start to build civilization. Now we can stay in one place long enough where we can start actually building pyramids. You feel me? Start actually building civilizations up. So your record keeping genealogy is important. But you're gonna have to, for us to sit down and we can't do this genealogy on the go. We're gonna have to be in one spot, and then we can go around and see who's out here. So these places that they're saying our families are from in Europe, and when we go there, they don't have the civilization to back it up. They don't have the civilization to back it up. So let's say like Israel, they still looking for Israel. A lot of these ancient places, with these great names, what they'll tell you, they don't know what an actual place is. We'll use Israel, for example. Where's the true Israel? Where's the first Israel? They don't know. What King Solomon temple? They don't know. A lot of these things, you go to the oldest civilizations that they talk about. When we go there, they saying they don't know. And so I said, hold on, man, wait a minute. I'm from the streets. So you don't know nothing. You don't know. Nah, come on, man. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna come out here and tell us that these places was first, but then when it's time to get to the bottom of it, you talking about you don't know where it's at. I really don't know where it's at. We ain't found it yet. So where is you getting this information? I wanna give a little example right here what we're going through. So we're gonna just to show a point, and this is for the upcoming lecture. So we're gonna do the lecture Friday. I told the brother earlier that this was clickbait. My title was clickbait. Um, and y'all know I just be popping my, but in actuality, it's actually some truth to it. But I was gonna say that information for people who actually came to the lecture. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I did a good enough job of promoting, like I said. And maybe people didn't understand. People don't understand, or they haven't been following the Bloodline series. This is the greatest lecture series ever. Bloodlines of the Gods ever. I'm sorry. I'm talking about, bro, you going, we have record breaking numbers of slides in these. But the fact that, like, this one right here is 600 and some change in slides, and we did it in 4 hours. But I want to give y'all a little snippet, you feel me, of a topic to kind of show y'all where I'm going with this conversation for as this reverse, right? So we'll use the tale of King Arthur. A lot of people say he's not real. They say that. A lot of people today. What are they trying to cover up? Yeah, some people say that they're kin to the Stewart family. Well, don't worry about that because this is Bloodlines of the Gods 5. So we'll definitely be talking about the Stewart family. Because remember, they say the Stewart family, then you get Pocahontas, you get John Smith, Chick, you get Chief Powhatan, all of these come in one. So we'll see. Let's walk. Okay. And also had ties of the Knights of Templars. And we'll go through an Iron Age in Europe, and the Celts, they will flourish at that time because of their skill and their know-how. We go to How the Irish Saved Civilization by Thomas Cahill. Now, a century after the founding of the city of Rome, when like the German barbarians, long after them, they crossed the Rhine, one branch of the Celtic tree settled in present-day France and became the Gauls, whom Julius Caesar would conquer in the century before Christ. You also had them in the Iberian Peninsula. They became great sea traders, and they have traces and buildings of these Iberian states may be found in as far as New Hampshire. Okay, so they're saying that these Celts had a presence here in New Hampshire, which would make the Celts the first Europeans to reach the Americas. Okay, let's walk. So here in New Hampshire, we find what they call America's Stonehenge. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people say, oh, it's pseudo, it's this and that. But let's walk. The America's Stonehenge, surrounded with mystery. When we look over in Ireland, you also have what is called Stonehenge, prehistoric monument in Salisbury, England. And they say it is aligned with the sun and possibly Khalil, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go through that too. King George now. Now wait, what George? Which George is you talking about though? You know, you got the German niggas, you got the French. Which George? Um, but he is kin to. So his grandson, um, James Duke of York, he gonna his kids are gonna take over, and they gonna marry their French cousins. It don't matter because their daddy was married to their mama, who was from France, Henrietta, who they blame the Civil Wars on, the English Civil Wars on. But and then they bloodline. I don't want to say nothing, bro, because we going to the. But y'all heard of the Medici's? They actually have a series called the Medici family, most powerful family in Europe at that time, or was they in Europe? Cause I'm trying to figure out how y'all know so much about everybody else. Y'all don't know nothing about America though. Damn, nigga, can we get one story about America? So when I hear all of these stories being told, this nobility and nah, man, I get scratching my head, man, because you're gonna have to show me a civilization with it. What were you living at? Nah, man, you niggas, y'all know too much. So, he say the Germans. Okay, all right, yeah, okay, yeah. Nah, that's his kinfolk. Um, yeah, they gonna be family directly kin to them because when his daughter who was it Anne and Mary, after they died, they kinfolk them took over. King Louis, y'all know the liquor, King Louis the 13th, Louis 13 liquor. You know, he was in line to take over the to run the bloodline too. Um yeah, that didn't end up happening. The marriages is what's gonna seal it for George, and that's how he got the call, the first George. George the second gave my grandpa 300 acres for his participation in the Revolutionary War. He fought in the revolution. Back then, a lot of people got a lot of land through these wars or their assistance in. And my family, they fought directly under William of Orange, coming out there saying, William married Mary, and right before George them gonna come up. But yeah, they all kinfolk. Matter of fact, the France, Portugal, Spain, France, British, Ireland, Scotland, all of them gonna be kin. So let me say that in this lecture, one of the things we're gonna do is show how all of them are kinfolk. All of them have the same bloodline. All of them have the same bloodline. And so I'm gonna walk you down from the first king of England. We're gonna go to the first king of France. We're going through all of them, and then we're gonna come down. So I wanted to do it like that, and we're gonna do it with their wives too, because you have to add the wives. A lot of times, the wives are more important than the men, and that's why they'll need that marriage to bring together these what will become kingdoms and to create these empires. I was looking in my records, my people them. They say they were Swedes, right? And my grandpa, he wanted to be buried with his wife. And I said, usually, the wife want to be buried with today, the wife want to be buried with her husband. But he wanted to be buried with his wife. So I said, at that time I didn't know who she was. So I said, hold on. He want to be buried with his wife. Let me go find out who this lady is. So I go to her She's the king of Sweden. She the queen. I said, damn, hold on. This place he went to go get buried at was in a Knights of Templar gravesite. I told you I have a grandma who come out of that line who's buried where they bury the popes at. Nah, man. She ain't but a few people buried here. Meaning you gotta be one of the baddest of the baddest, man. You gotta have that bloodline. You have to remember this whole game is bloodline. They said all of the presidents are related bloodline. Um, the Knights of Golden Circle created here Albert Pike, where you had the mafia, the Italian mafia created same time, same people. Just had another guy, can't think of this guy's name right now, that was over it in Italy. They created the Italian mafia. Now, just like you niggas do your rituals in college, there's a ritual that take place to join La Cosa Nostra, and they'll prick your finger, and it's blood. The order, all of this here is no different than the secret societies from the past. You have to understand the people that's going to create the Knights of Golden Circle is going to be a secret society. The mafia was started at the same time, meant to represent the same thing that the Knights of Golden Circle represented. It would just be in Italy. In the 20th century, we hear about all of these white mobsters. But the mobsters that came before them were niggas. This shit that they was trying to portray come from niggas. Why you think niggas in the Italian mafia had such a close connection? Later, it became racist. But that's why niggas got to know what the origin. But my point to that was to show the structure, to show the secret society, because it's an oath. You got to take an oath to join. Somebody said the Illuminati. Come on now. And it's blood related. You come from families. The structure identical. This the old way. It's the old way. Freemasons. A Crip, a Blood, GD, BD, Vice Lord. It's all the same. And that's why I feel like when you look at the structure of gangs and you look at the structure of mafia, you look at the structure of government, you look at the structure, you feel me? It's too much. It's too many similarities there. Bro, it's not a coincidence. It's not by accident. Let's finish walking, man. By observing the sun and the moon. We had the burial ground here, the Celtic burial mound. Okay. We had a Bundy complex in New Grain, North and Do It. Okay, right here. We also find that, but we do want to point out New Grange here, and we do want to point out the fact that around 3200 BC, making it older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids.
Okay, this site here at New Grain, just like the LSU Mounds shot at BCU, BCU New Orleans, um, 3,200 years, this here will even be before the Egyptian pyramids. Not one, but all. Look what we see. Shout out to the Jaguar himself. Shout out to Kahi as well. And right here, we also find at this complex, this site, we also find similar activity.
Whoa. Bro, it's 170 people in here and it's 120 likes. So man, y'all mean to tell me that y'all just not gonna hit the like button? Nigga, I'm over here playing my shit for members only, nigga. This is Illuminati. This is members only. Man, nigga, I supposed to come out here and play crazy on you, nigga. I told the brother earlier this was the title was clickbait. You know, cause I don't want nobody something. Listen, man, you gotta knock on the door and know the password. You know, to get this. We play crazy, man. Bro, come on, man. Damn, ain't nobody donated today. Ain't nobody supported the show. At least hit the like button. God damn, nigga, I got shit to do today. I go to Mexico tomorrow to the pyramid trip that you niggas supposed to be with me on. Come on, man. I go to Mexico tomorrow to go to the pyramid trip that a lot of y'all supposed to be with us on, man. At least hit the like button. When he got the dope out the back. Come on now, man. What's going on here? We 50 likes short. I can see it. We were 20, 15, 50? Man, nigga, I mean, what's after 50? We on our way to 100 likes short. Come on, bro. We got to pull out. It's fourth quarter, but we got to close out the fourth. You know, we winning. Understood. We winning right now. We shining. But we got to finish strong, bro. We got to stay disciplined. In order for us to go to the next level, man. We don't want to block our own blessing, man. You don't want to work hard for a blessing and then you block it. Come on, man. We gonna be great. Let's be great all the way around the board. In the real way, man. This Indian shit, nigga. It's a lifestyle. We ain't got and jump around the fire and none of that fake ass shit these niggas be doing out here. That these Freemason, 33-degree Mason, niggas that told them that Indians was doing. We ain't got to do that. Bloodlines of the God, man.
These in American Okomogi Mounds. Okay, more than 12,000 years ago, continuous human habitation right here, the Okomogi Mounds in my nation. We also have a connection with this mounds, and right there I was there.
Hey, look, check me out. For those, if you purchase a what is called a BCU Platinum Pack, if you get a Platinum Pack, we're giving out merch. We're gonna send you some merch, and we're gonna send you a book. When you hit me up, when you get the Platinum Pack, make sure you send me a message too, and let me know which book you already have, so I don't send you the book that you have already. Or if you have both of them, which one you don't have a signed copy of, and then we'll make it happen like that, and then we'll send the merch with it. That deal gonna go probably till we come from Mexico. Hannibal, brother Hannibal, hit me up. I gotta send you your books out, and I gotta send you your merch out. And appreciate your support on becoming a BCU platinum member.
The family BCU gang, or don't bang bang. Got a lot of them real ones there.
All right, let me come up to here we go. This is what we here for. We getting so far away. All right, the point was is Britain and Europe or was it in America? So one of the points that I wanted to go through was one of your, I guess you could say historical or mythological figures. You know, they didn't create a myth around or legends around this guy named King Arthur. King Arthur, when we dig into it, King Arthur is said to have died in Kentucky. King Arthur is said to died in Kentucky. So if he's a European legend, why is this guy? Why did he die in Kentucky? And why are they covering it up? The fact that he died in Kentucky.
With his
So I think that, and so, and not only him, but his nephew is said to have died in Indiana. These both are European legends. When we're talking about the Celts, when we're talking about the Welsh, one of the most famous Celts is said to be Brandon. Now, Brandon, the navigator, Brandon is said to have reached, because a lot of people say, well, the Vikings came. You had Leif Erikson of the Vikings, and they're going to come in the 10th century. Well, the Celts are said to have come through Brandon. Now, Brandon, they were monks. You had these monks, and Brandon is said to have came in the 6th century. So they're saying that the Celts actually are going to beat the Vikings here. Let's walk and talk about it. Cause they say Europe, is Europe really in America? Oh, hold on. Is Europe really in America?
We supplied him with a little bit of information. And what we found in the history of Wales is what had been taught in the schools until about 1920, 1922. All the children in Wales were taught Arthur, son of King Myric, grandson of King Tudric, great grandson of King Typhel, etc., where he lived, where they were all buried. All this was going on. There was a centralization gradually of education in Wales from about 1860 onwards, which culminated in the 1920s, and everybody had to be taught the same thing. I don't know whether the English government would.
Now, did y'all hear him? He said in the 1860s, they had a movement that came from the 1860s that lasted to the 1920s, where everybody had to learn the same exact thing. Now, after the Civil War, for education go here in America, they created Peabody. Peabody is the big homie. Free education to all of the masses. Now we know that the Freedmen's Bureau, Howard University, and also what became known as HBCUs today are going to be said, I'll just say controlled, because the schools were already there. They didn't actually build the schools. The schools are there. I'll say controlled. And you had the ASA come through, which would become your HBCUs today. Free education was one of the keys. Missionary was one. You also had private schools at this time. There were certain schools that you couldn't go to unless you had what? Not going to those, nigga. The bloodline. So when you look up things in New York, like what they call the free African school, right? Never been no school called the free African. Get out of here. Fuck out of here, nigga. The free African school. That's just too basic. Why would they name it that? The free African school. Really, nigga. Anyway, Alexander Hamilton had a hand in building that school. Alexander Hamilton had a son. His son went to that school. He went there with other leaders. And guess what? He was a nigga. Alexander Hamilton, his daddy, his brother, mama, and his son, most importantly. To bring it up because he helped found this school. But this school was a school to a lot of quote unquote black leaders of that time. And Alexander Hamilton's son being one. But the point is, most of these people went there because of who their father was. And so when we look up today, and they have what's called the boule, they start organizing it a little better, right? And we know the boule come from Minton, whose grandfather was the richest black man in America. Was the richest man in America, period, because them niggas had the most important. They had the land, right? And so they're going to create the boule. Well, and they kind of organize it. You know, the boule is centered around the bloodlines. You have other things like the Knights of Peter Clavis, that for the Irish. What a Knights of Peter Clavis is. You know, the Easter Stars for the women. So there's other, joints out there. Somebody said that they family have Welsh names. Look, let me tell you something. One of the dead giveaways on how you get them is gonna be the name. The names is what's gonna catch them up, right? Through the education system, they went out and hired a lot of professors. You know, they was bringing them into masonry. They were lobbying them. They were paying them off, and to put out a certain curriculum. And it got so bad to where the government had to step in, and they were trying to figure out who were all, conspiring together, with this new recreation of history. And that'll bring us into the 20th century. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and that'll bring us into the 20th century with the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, and Phelps and Phelps Stokes, and these organizations, which like Phelps Stokes comes from New York Colonization Society, right? Things of this nature. So what was institutions in the 1800s, later the names would just change and be passed down, like in this case, to the granddaughter. You feel me? And yeah, the granddaughter got the institution, and now it has another name on it, but its aim is directly connecting Africa and America together for as missionary. But anyway, let's knock this little part out right here. The names is gonna give them up though. So we talking about the Welsh here. The brother said his family has the Welsh name. I want to show you something, bro. The names is gonna give it up. Now you'll have these names in these families that are gonna go around the world, let's say. Not all, but some. A lot of families, the further you go, you'll see that the names were either spelt a different way, pronounced a different way. And then they've been modernized, I don't want to say Anglo-side. You feel me? But English there means something different. But the names is what's gonna hurt them in the end. That's what we're gonna be able to catch them at. We know that in the 20th century, a lot of these the foreigners that were coming here, right? The white population, their names When we look up today, those names are not in America no more. What happened, bro? When we go to the West Coast, from 1898 to 1902, you had what was called the U.S. and Philippine War. You had Howard Taft. Taft is going to run a program where they're going to bring Philippines to the Americas. Today, from the population back then, the numbers of the populations that were brought, we don't have that same population number today of Philippines. So what happened to them? What about the names? Today, you can go to a Native American reservation. Po Native Americans. I don't feel sorry for them though. But you can go to a Native American reservation today. And the brother out there that said his family had Welsh names. You can go to a reservation today. Someone on the West Coast. And those people out there on the reservation have your ancestors' last name. And they say y'all share common ancestors, and it's a white boy. Nah, man, how did they get those names or quote unquote those titles put on them? And I used to always ask them on Clubhouse, I ask, hey man, how you get that name, bro? Nigga last name Williams. And you know what was cold? They'll get insecure about it. Let me show you something else. So they hit us with the they hit you with the well, I have an Indian name too, you know, family last name Green. I mean, you should hear them confidence. They popping it, talking to Native American talk. We were here first talk. And then you ask them, hey, if you don't mind, hey, what's your family surname? We're the Greens, we're the Washingtons, we're the Johnsons. You know, I mean, it's a dead giveaway. Look how hard Black nationalists, Pan-Africanists, Afrocentrism, look how hard they tried to stress to us about the names. Nation of Islam took away our last names. Come on, somebody. Man, going on, bro. The nigga name was Malcolm X. Nation of Islam took our names. Hebrew Israelites. Say, man, if we gonna tell the truth, we gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Y'all came and took our names, bro. This doctrine that y'all pump to the people, bro. And that's why I always say it's the names is what's gonna catch them. And that's why the goal was to break you apart from your roots. Check. That's why genealogy is so important. That's why genealogy has to be your foundation, because their number one goal, they had to separate you from your roots so you can grow. Where is all your history? Because listen, the niggas just came in and his whole game is that your history is gone. Hey man, they took the history, man. They took your history. What we know is that the history is in the damn names. It's in the last name, homie. That's where the history is. That's the name of y'all plantation. That's the name of y'all land, homie. They came and took it. So why, when I look in the face of Nation of Islam, Hebrew Israelites, black nationalists, these niggas had niggas out here named Mustafa. You niggas done change y'all name to Ali's. You niggas done change y'all name to Bays. You niggas done change y'all names to Israel. Oh man, y'all listen, man. The whole goal is, so when we step back and I say, hold on, man, how do you have the same? How do you have the same mission statement as the colonizer? Nigga came out here and told me that they tricked Martin Luther King. They used him. So what you saying? They used all of these organizations, because all of them did the same thing, homie. They helped take our last names. Why was that so important? Because if you look up in 2024, you can walk on the reservation today, and these people have those same last names or titles. How could that be when you look on the opposite side and these niggas over here working so hard to convince you that your history was taken, your names were stolen, you were raped by white men and had to take their name, and then we come to find out that nigga, that side of the family ain't never even had a slave in it. They had too much money, too much power, too much influence to be a slave to anybody, especially in the area that they were in. They were a powerhouse. But now, your name is motherfucking Mustafa Ali El Bey, Israel. With a Y, you know, with a Y on it. But all of the information in the history is in the surname. The estates in the surname, you know, all of these days. And then we're looking for the land today. Once they disconnected you from the surname, nigga, they took you from the land. You don't get the land without the surname. And guess what? The only way you can go get it back, you gonna need that connection to the surname. How many times I played the video of my auntie? What she say? She, state of Louisiana made her go back 6 generations. 6. That's too many. Damn, nigga, come on now. You cheating. The state of Louisiana, she transferred the land over. Hadn't been done in over 100 years, right? Transferring the land over to the next generation. State of Louisiana had her, are you gonna transfer this land over to the next generation? Land been over, land succession hadn't been done in over 100 years. So we coming in 100 years later, knock on the door. Hey, look out, this our land, and we want to transfer it over to the new generation. State of Louisiana say, in order to do that, you have to prove that you are tied to these surnames. 6 generations. Mando, you ain't got it. We're gonna put it up for auction. You lose by default because you're not supposed to know this. This was the game that was laid out. We was here to disconnect you. And so now we get all of these doctrines. All of these doctrines that do what? Bring us outside of self. All these doctrines that replace who we are. All these doctrines that replace our story. All these doctrines that replace our inheritance, which is in the surnames. So that's why a nigga standing out on the corner talking about, hey, black man, do you have a second for a conversation? This was the goal. And now you look up and you ain't got no land. But you could go to the reservation and a Native American can talk that we were here first shit, but this nigga don't even have a last name. And you know what? They say, well, you know what? I have an Indian name. They call me Little Bear. Because they're subconscious and they're insecure. Because deep down, now they feel like that surname belongs to a white European, which still brings a sense of insecurity because you don't have something for self. So when they find out that their surname actually belongs to a nigga, now you got me in a whole different situation now. Because if that surname belonged to a nigga, and these niggas sitting out here saying that they are the original, they are the aboriginal indigenous people to this land. You know, shit get a little, whew, get hot in here, nigga, getting hot in here. Nah, man, I didn't seen it done live. Them Native Americans get real insecure when they have to talk about them surnames. Well, I have an Indian name. I'm Wild Turkey. They call me Wild Turkey. We don't want to hear that. Nah, Jack. We know how y'all got on the reservation. Buffalo Soldiers put them all on the reservation. Every Native American tribe took an ass whooping. Ask me how I know. Go check the Buffalo Soldiers record. Go see how many wins they have. Go see how many losses. Ain't no losses. Ain't no L's on there. Go check the Buffalo Soldiers. Go check their record. No L's. And they didn't been international. That war I spoke about in 1898 to 1902, Buffalo Soldiers. When they went down there to Cuba, right after the Mayan slave trade, the same time as the Mayan slave trade, matter of fact. All right, because the Mayans had 3 wars just like the Seminoles. Funny thing about it is these 3 wars are happening at the same time. I see no coincidence. I cracked my swing in Houston. We ride 84s, man. I cracked my swing at one time. And I went over on Lil York. They told me about this guy that could fix it. I forgot his name, man. And he gave me a keychain, and the keychain said, we did not meet by coincidence. And I took that with me. I can't think of his name. I can see him, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, he fixed my wheel for me. He was a welder. And he gave me a keychain, and the keychain said, we did not meet by coincidence. Was history told in reverse? What my likes looking like before we get a dope up? Okay, we need about 15 likes. Let's get 15 likes in here, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Now them names gonna fuck them off. Jamie said Buffalo. Hold on, Jamie, where you from? Buffalo Soldier Museum in Houston. Jamie, where you at? You from Houston? Jamie say Buffalo Museum was fire. Where you from, Jamie? It's only one Buffalo Soldiers Museum, and it's in Houston. So if you went to the Buffalo Soldier Museum, you had to be in Houston. Oh, she from Alabama. Okay, Tuscaloosa. My family left Tuscaloosa in 1836. 1836, they left Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in what today is called the Trail of Tears. Yep, I got a grandpa left Alabama, 1836, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
All the children in Wales were taught Arthur, son of King Meurig, grandson of King Tudrig, great-grandson of King Typhel, etc., where he lived, where they were all buried. All this was going on. There was a centralization gradually of
Listen.
education in Wales from about 1860 onwards, which culminated in the 1920s, and everybody had to be taught the same thing.
Everyone had to be taught the same curriculum. Let's walk.
I don't know whether the English government were motivated by the Irish Rising of 1916 and 1922, which frightened them. But history is a powerful weapon, a powerful political tool. And there are no textbooks in Wales to teach children Welsh history at this moment. There aren't any. No child is taught any Welsh history other than the bit the teacher might know. So they learn all about William the Conqueror in England and Magna Carta, but they don't learn their own stuff. So we told him what.
So William the Conqueror, the Magna Carta, right? William the Conqueror, he will be in Bloodlines of the Godfather, starring William the Conqueror. We got to get hen in the building. A fool, a damn fool. Now we have to listen. And I'm gonna tell you something too. We gotta line all of this history up, and this one I'm going in chronological order. And we're gonna walk down these king lists and remember also the queens, because a lot of times they're more powerful than the men. A lot of y'all grandpas, great grandpas, married y'all women because the inheritance went through the woman, right? Again, another way that they did what? Took the last name. When these people was coming into these Indian nations and they were marrying these Indian princesses, or these people who were in control of a large land and also trade, could no bullshit niggas just stumble across and just get it now. When you see these marriages come, they have to be, somebody have to say, I okay it. I'm okay with that. You don't do what you want to do. Nigga, look at your sororities. Look at your Masons. Look at your government. Everything has structure. We're going to point that out again. You niggas done been mademoiselles. You niggas done been Kappa Deltas. You niggas done been in sororities. Everything has structure. And that's how you maintain the power. So when the man marries a woman, the woman today gonna take the man's last name. My great grandma, her family, man, they own land from South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. Big land. My great grandpa in the 1980s sold some of the land. His wife passed away, my great grandma. The information that I have, I need to get more. For what I was told, he sold the land. What I can see is that land didn't come from his side of the damn family. Came from his wife. Her inheritance. We the great grandkids today. And we may have children. That land is gone. Say, man, that land have been here for hundreds of years. You do not sign off on it. Now niggas live in apartments today. Nigga got an apartment. Go back 3 generations, nigga family owned 100 acres. Fuck is you doing living in an apartment, nigga? They had to disconnect us from the surname because that's where your inheritance was. That's why genealogy has to be the foundation. Was history told in reverse? Right now, this brother's breaking down the history of the Welsh today in the schools. No Welsh history is taught there. It's all coming from an outside source. You go to Africa, they talk that African shit, but ain't nothing but European currency running that motherfucker. Ain't nothing but European currency in there. The African money don't mean. Come on, man. Everything is outside foreign interests. Look at America today. Trump say, nigga, we need to make America great. America was great when what? When Detroit, when they had when everything, all the industries was here. The goal was to take the power out of the indigenous people's hand and put it in these foreign people who the Democrats were bringing over. We go back to 1898, the Democrats didn't have the numbers or manpower to compete. So they started bringing over foreigners. And as they bring over these foreigners, yeah. So when you see Sheila Jackson Lee on the Hill and they're asking for those people that were at the border of Texas, when they was telling everybody that those people were from Haiti, I want to say. Come to find out they from Cameroon, Nigeria. They done got a whole little mix. These people that been on this journey for 5 or 6 years. Go all the way back to the Obama administration. This play been put together. You going through checkpoints. They got you traveling through South America, hitting Mexico, all the way to the border. They got a whole play. You cross the mountains and everything. You cross the river streams and everything. And they on this journey for years. And it's political. And so Sheila Jackson leading them screaming out there, they need these people to get citizenship. Why? So they can vote. So you look at Georgia, turn from red to blue, Arizona, California. Who they coming after now? Texas. Sheila Jackson Lee running for mayor of Houston. You know what's fucked up about? I think she gonna win. So, they got Georgia. They want Florida and Texas. First day in office, what Biden do? Bring over immigrants, South America. Where they coming to? Florida. We finna get them numbers up. We finna run them numbers up. Oh, they had what you call sundown towns. Towns full of white populations. Ain't no niggas around here. And if there is, they're not comfortable. The mayor, the cop, the sheriff. And today, these sundown towns are now populated with people coming from Central America, South America. You had these foreigners there now. Yeah, no, population it went up from 300 population almost at 1,000 now. A lot of foreigners coming in. What was acquired, you might not have neighbors for another mile. Yeah, the parks and everything. And now you're getting schools being built. Subdivisions are being built. They're expanding now. Shopping centers are being built. Now it's investment coming out from outside of the town where everything was in-house. And now their goal is to bring these immigrants, set them up, just like California, and then politically get them. Now they stopped here in Texas for a while because the Mexicans, they gave them so much that the Mexicans thought they was white. Yeah, they tripped out. You just brought them here, gave them a better life, and the Mexicans started thinking they was Ricky Ricardo. Mexicans got to voting Republic. They thought they were so white, they started voting Republic. Because on their birth certificate in Texas, if you're a Mexican, they put you white. On God. You're a white boy. On paper. Them niggas grew up checking white. Because his birth certificate says he's a Caucasian. Nigga grew up with white, felt like he needed white politics, and rolled with the Republican Party. So it backfired. Today, it's a new day because now, why is it a new day? Because now you got new immigrants who then came through from aid 6 or 7 years ago out the Obama administration. And so their political loyalty is going to be to those who are looking for them. The mayor of Texas put their ass on the bus and sent there to Washington, D.C., New York, and where all the rest of them at. Get your ass away from here, nigga. But man, it's getting real. Lee Merritt running for Secretary of State. Now we know in government, Secretary of State is a stepping stone. And after it's like going, after Secretary of State, where you going? Your next move on the checkerboard, on the chessboard, is what? Governor. So Lee Merritt is running for Secretary of State of Texas now. And his next step is governor of Texas. Current governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, well, guess what he was before he was the governor of Texas? Okay, you want to help me out on that? All right, then. He was the Secretary of State. So the left, the Dems, the Crips, the political Crips, right? Because it's blue and red, just like the gangs, right? Oh, okay. I mean, do a nigga even get an option? Did the Crips and the Bloods even get an option on what flag they was gonna really fly? A lot of people say they were remnants of the Black Panthers. Dick Gregory said out his mouth that the Black Panthers were government agents. That's what Dick Gregory said. Y'all dig him up and kick him in his ass. I didn't see it. Do we see funding coming from white philanthropists who were funding political, or what they called at the time, radical groups? I will have to say yes. We have substantial evidence that proves white philanthropists paid agitators not only in the system, but even through the structure in the prison system. You see, deeper than rap. But right now, before we get out of here, let me get this little bill, though. This history that they teach us about Europe, because they don't have no history in America, remember? They said we didn't write. Check. We don't write. But there's nowhere on the planet you can go who has civilization intact the way that we do. We do everything right. All around player. There's no one else on the planet that can match that. When we look around the globe, first off, everything is starting here. And we look around the world, we can see our fingerprints. But we didn't write. That's what they told us. I'm going to say this one more time. What's going to get them is the surnames. Surnames is going to get them. That's why they disconnected you from them. One of the greatest legendary characters in this quote unquote created European history would be King Arthur. Let's walk.
We thought we'd start him off. If you read the life of Brendan, it starts off, and Brendan heard of the voyage of the tyrant. It means, and Brendan heard of the voyage of the monarch. What it means. And Brendan also wished to visit this great land across the oceans or whatever. And they said to Brendan, you will not get there in a boat made of skins. You must go to the men who make ships of timber. So he did. And they agreed to make.
They told Brandon, this guy, Brandon the Navigator, this Celtic guy, they told him he would not make the trip on his own. He would have to go to the men who build ships. As we've seen through all of these great civilizations that they've mentioned about, who are originators of civilization, we find that they have been outsourcing. Even when we go to these great ships, they were outsourced. And they would go to someone who would have this ancient connection to the old world.
Different wood. And some of the men who made the ship agreed to sail with him to show him the way. Now, if they're going to show him the way, you've got to ask yourself a question. And you've got to ask, who was the monarch at the time?
Now, they agreed to build a ship, but not only that, but show him the way. So he's going to be trained. This is very important. Circle this for when we get to the end of the lecture.
Well, if you're talking about the British monarch, then you're talking about Arthur, son of Myrick, grandson of Theodoric. That's what you're talking about.
Listen.
Tullius in Appenus is well known.
They're speaking about King Arthur, the famous King Arthur, who was also.
That, like he said, if you go talk about a monarch, he said, what monarch are they talking about? Because they had to go to the monarch, right? King a tyranny, whatever. They said, who would this king be? Well, it had to be, if you talk about the British, it's gonna have to be Arthur. Let's walk.
Gonna be said to be found here in the Americas. Not only that, but they said that King Arthur actually died here in the Americas. Not only him, but also his family, Medu. They said, thinking he died in, they said Arthur died in Kentucky, I think, and Medu died in Indiana. Those were the whispers.
To be head man before the master. No doubt about that. Taliesin means high intellect. Henw is a saint in Gwent in South Wales. There's 2 churches of Henw still surviving there. And Henw advised the author of the Life of St. Samson how to write it around the year 600. Okay? Samson being a nephew of Arthur the Mulberry. What we didn't know was that there was some hiatus about Manic, because we had stopped our studies around the year 1100, because we said, look, we're going backwards in time, not forwards in time. We're doing a little bit what Alex Haley did in his roots. We didn't want to come forward, we want to go backwards. Our assumption was that Manic had been correctly dated around 1170. There was so much written about him by so many people that you would anticipate they'd done their homework. So we said, Manic is, that's what's known at the moment.
Hey, y'all jump on that like button. Let's jump on that like button, family. Come on, man. We went away from 200. Get us over 200 likes, man. Shout out to the homie Celtic Indian. Sweet Feather in the building. Girly Girl. Lolita Mays in the building. Worldwide Barbers. Yeah, jump on that like button, man. Let's get us over 200. We at 200. Shout out to the 200 like. Somebody get us on 201. Let's get over to there we go. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. God bless you. Jesus loves you.
Because we knew in 1983 that Arthur had sailed west on the Western Ocean around 574. We knew that because the evidence is monumental. There's not one source that doesn't. And here we had this Manic effort. So we said, send us some information. Well, we were sent a book by a gentleman in America on Manic. We looked at it in an effort to trace Manic for him. And we threw up our hands in dismay and said, this is ridiculous. What do we do? And the only...
Wait a minute. Lolita, you made it out there? Tweety said, have fun for me in Mexico. Lolita, you already landed? Lolita finna pop out in Mexico. She on the way to Cancun. She probably landed already. New Fat Boy Fitness was in here earlier. Him and they was at the airport. So man, I went live for y'all, so I hope y'all had paid that little $10 for the internet on the plane so you can listen to the show. Let's walk.
We could think to do was to go back to square one and start from a scratch position with it, which is almost what happened. There were wild statements, nobody knows where Ely is. Wow. Big district in Cardiff, 60,000 people live there. Nobody knows who William Fleming was. Wow. He was the high chef for Cardiff. Nobody knows where Mark lived and so on. And we said, this is absurd. We've got to get intellectually.
All right, man, I kind of don't want to leave y'all like that, man, but I gotta start getting ready, man. I gotta prepare. What's up, Carla? I gotta prepare for tomorrow. I guess I'll finish the rest of this. Not this whole bit. We'll go through a little some of this then. This right here, old school joint, man. This is the dream team. You know what I'm saying? This was the dream team right here. This was one of our first lectures. Had Sheikah, Shan, and myself. Let's walk.
Oh, it's good. You look amazing. Thanks, Boo. Y'all know I got an event today, so I'm trying to do it all.
Yeah, we gonna try to hear you and get you
All right, let's get to the building.
Man, we can go ahead on again. Let me shut the screen. 4 times, so I think I got I at least
more than 100,000 years.
Shout out to the homie Alton Russ. He said, I appreciate this work. Need to get that platinum and do some genealogy. Yeah, this bill right here over there on the platinum. Man, we got all the man, join the membership, man. And I'm sending you a signed book, and you also get some merch. So BCU merch with it. So that's for anybody, man. That's until I guess we'll keep that going until we come back from Mexico. And we'll do that deal. You get merch and a signed book, goddamn, with your platinum pack.
Studies have also suggested that an early migration out of Africa may have occurred around 120,000 years ago.
Turn up one time. All right, so this is where it all comes from. I want y'all to pay attention to the numbers, man. Out of Africa theory, people wasn't here in America before. The coldest civilization is what we're looking at right now, coming out of America. Look at this pyramid standing tall as a wall. Beautiful, man. It's centered around all this shit is centered around astrology.
Hey, this the pyramid.
Mathematics and shit. One thing that happened, man, was we was fed a whole bunch of lies. We about to go into Big Mama kitchen. Cause see, we tired of y'all lying on us. We didn't take care of all you mother.
Shout out to Worldwide Barbers. And I need a haircut, nigga. Shout out to Big Dog, Philly OG, Insane in the building, Patricia Johnson. She said, Topcatz don't go to jail at the airport. No, I ain't taking no, listen. I ain't even bringing it. You know what, Trisha? Dimples, she brought the look. I'm gonna probably get like a bottle of Patron at the airport, but I ain't gonna take nothing with me. I'm chilling. I'm on my best behavior, you know. I gotta be in my right mind. I think they finna act up. Geechee say his nickname is Hector. He not answering the Geechee. Don't call him Geechee down there. His name is Hector. And so we got Corey going on the other day. Dimples, what time it is? It's 11. So down there in Mexico right now is noon. They're hour ahead. So yeah, in the next couple hours, they all about to touch down. They all get there around the same time. So yeah, I gotta finish get my shit together, man, and get right by the night. Shout out to the homie 305 in the building, Taino. He said, fam, he said, for what you doing, fam, in the real way, man. I work, easy work. Alpha Empress in the building.
We done took care of the whole planet, sat back, watch you niggas act a damn fool. We came here, we was the new niggas. With the discovery of the new world, okay? Listen to it. In less than a century, global food production and transportation was radically transformed with the discovery of the motherfucking new world. Europe secured enormous tracts of fertile land suited to cultivation and popular crops such as sugar, coffee, soybean, oranges, banana. Upon introduction of these crops, America quickly, let me repeat, Big Mama quickly became the main supplier of these foods to most of the motherfucking world. Fed the whole planet, nigga. Ain't nobody said thank you. Ain't nobody said thank you, Big Mama. Nothing. All we get is disrespect from you, nigga. And y'all trying to take us to Africa. Y'all told us Africa is Mama Africa. Well, she born food. Yo, Mama Africa is born food. Okay, that point.
Mama Africa will need a cup of rice. Mama Africa over here begging for groceries out the pantry, man. Mama Africa say y'all ain't got no food over there at the house. We gotta send some groceries through there. Mama Africa talking about she needs some stamps Mama Africa needs some stamps right there. Y'all ain't got no food in that ice box over there, man. Yeah, nah. Say, man, Mama Africa say y'all hungry. Motherfucker just called this, say y'all ain't ate all day. Say, man, Mama Africa just called and say y'all ain't ate all day, man. What is this about? What is this about? Yeah, they trying to. Mama Africa talking about y'all ain't got no book of stamps over there, book of food stamps. Mama Africa coming here with a book of food stamps and a voucher. Say, man, Mama Africa coming here with a food voucher, $100 food voucher. What the hell? Milk and cheese and shit. Mama Sarah coming in here, nigga, getting state issued cheese, man. You know that cheese had you constipated. Mama Africa coming in here, nigga, with a food voucher. And said I need some of everything. What y'all need? What y'all short? Everything. Damn, now y'all need everything. Mama Africa came over here, got a little bit of some of everything. Yep. Second time this week looking at it. Yeah. Well, today Friday, second time this week, Mama Africa then came through here talking about y'all ain't ate all day, ain't no food in that house.
Let's walk and talk. Corn. Them niggas eat shit out that corn over there. You turned up, Shan. What you got on us right here?
What did the Mayans eat?
Because we were just talking about the Mayans now. We did just show y'all that all through that southeastern culture, that's why we walked through Florida and all of this shit here. Do I really have to tell you about Texas? Because the Yucatan and all this shit here right here. Yes, that means Texas, Louisiana, and that Gulf area. Coming up even through the Mardi Gras Indians. They'll say a lot of their customs came from the Africans, but then you see that through South America and through these Mayan cultures and Inca cultures and shit, and you see it right there in Louisiana. All right, my bad, Shan, turn up.
The four staple foods in Mayan cuisine were squash, beans, maize, and chili peppers, and they were often combined with meat or seafood. Squash, beans, maize are often referred to as the three sisters because they provide all the necessary nutrients when eaten together. The Mayans hunted, foraged, and grew food. Some meats that were commonly hunted included monkey, deer, iguana.
What's up with it, KG? No.
Element of Southern cuisine. From their cultures came one of the main staples of Southern diet: corn, maize, either ground into meal or limed with an alkaline salt to make hominy, in a Native American process known as the nixtamalization. Corn was used to make all kinds of dishes, from the familiar cornbread and grits to liquors such as moonshine and whiskey.
Damn, how did that happen? But yeah, man, that's the culture of the South. And right here, noted that they say Southeastern USA Native. I'll pull out their calendar. We don't know who birthday is coming up. Styles, a nigga out here running around talking about a karate dance. We say, give us some African culture. A nigga come out here and told us that they got a karate dance that is from Africa, and they see niggas doing it in America. And we looking for a culture. Nigga, give us something. Give me something you did back.
And that right there, you know what? I can pull my PowerPoint out. What was that? Book of Colonizer, one of those. I left all of that out. So I got your little karate dance, your African karate dance that y'all stole from Brazil. Yeah, I got all that in there. That's one of their little favorites. They gonna get their feelings hurt. They gonna get their feelings hurt. Them pancakes look good. Johnny cakes look good. Let me get up over here. All right. He say, "Do y'all got any butter and flour I can borrow for the more?" All right, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. I gotta get up out of here. Man. Somebody asked, "Will you be streaming in Mexico?" I don't know. I don't know how that'll work because you have to have Wi-Fi. I gotta figure something out. Man, I ain't never seen no African do karate, bro. I ain't no African do karate. Yeah, nah, Africans can't. They don't fight like us. They don't fight like us. Africans will kick you. I don't know if they kick they do is karate though. That ain't no karate kick them Africans be doing. Them niggas to kick the shit out you though. You gotta watch it. That's damn near like a first go-to. That nigga kick you before he jab you. Yeah, like them niggas get so mad. Nah, them niggas get mad fast, bro. Aggravated ass nigga, man. An African will kick you for it. A nigga really gotta be mad to pick his feet up, put his feet on you before he hit you. Us, our natural reaction is to I slap the shit out you. You know, the ultimate disrespecting nigga. You slap him. You know what I'm saying? We want to put our hands on you. These niggas want to kick. You know, that's why we made weapons. Yeah, nigga. That's why weapons was invented. A nigga got kicked. You know how you nigga, I'm not finna. Cause now listen, homie, if I slapped you and you kicked me, now I gotta shoot you, bro. You kicked me, man. You know, man, we Indians, bro. Your mama told you keep your feet on the ground. Check. You can't put your feet in the couch. Fuck is you doing here laying on the couch? Nah, nigga, you couldn't do that till you bought your own couch. Or you couldn't get caught. Nigga sleeping on the couch was nah, man, you couldn't sleep on the couch, bro. Get your motherfucking feet off the table. You can't put your feet on the table till you buy it. Nah, man, you don't put your feet on nobody. A nigga went and invented a gun. A nigga kicked him. That nigga came back and invented a sword. That nigga started sharpening iron. You hear me? That nigga came back with a metal pipe. Nah, man. If the nigga would have fought him head up from the shoulders, we would have never had guns and weapons, drive-by shootings, none of that. If a nigga would have took his spade, no kicking, no wrestling, a nigga body slammed the nigga and he went and got a brick. They started weapons. Nigga running around with chain gangs and steel chains and shit. Nigga learn how to sharpen knives. Nigga, a nigga put his feet on him. Man, my mom taught me to keep my feet on the ground. My daddy taught me to put my hands on the nigga. This nigga didn't kick me. I don't know what to do. Nigga went home and started sharpening iron. Yeah. History of weapons, nigga. A nigga, yeah, all you niggas that want to kick. So Africans wear Payless church shoes, right? Y'all remember Payless? They closed down Payless. Payless, how many of y'all got Sunday shoes, got your church shoes from Payless? Payless, an African will kick you with them out. You can't do too much moving. They ain't good, say like a Nike, where you can goddamn do crossovers and you can imitate Allen Iverson with the crossovers and the N1 tapes and Payless shoes. You can't be that agile. You can't stop on the brake and then cut. And they not built in the seams like that. Now, ain't no stopping and cutting and you gotta them hoes made for walking forward and walking backwards. That's it. Them hoes there, nigga, them hoes ain't even built to turn a corner. Nah. Them hoes there made for straight line walking, nigga, in reverse. An African would kick you with them hoes, nigga. Ultimate disrespect. Not only did he kick me with some shoes, the nigga kicked me with some Payless. Nah, say man, this nigga put his motherfucking Payless shoe. Nigga, Payless was so frowned upon. 8 years old, nigga. Where did I get the conscience of putting on the hoodie? I remember one time, nigga, we pulled up the door, said boom, boom, boom. Nigga, I tried to hide in the back seat. I ain't want nobody to see me in Payless. And my mama trying to figure out what the fuck, nigga, like, nigga, you better bring your ass in this store. And her game was always, you only got to win one time. You only got to win one time, you know. I'm in this hoe with a hoodie on at 8 years old. Yeah, subconscious, nigga. Ain't nobody but Mexicans in here. We in Texas. And then you see that other family in there, the niggas, and they got about 6 kids. You know why they in Payless. And they running around, no shame in their game. Nigga, I'm 7 years old in that bitch, nigga, with a shiesty on, nigga. I had a shiesty on. I had a COVID mask on, nigga, at 8 years old, nigga, and that whole high knot with fake eyebrows on, nigga, from Halloween, nigga, in Payless, nigga. Man, nah, man, it was hard growing up in public school back then. Y'all, nah, man, y'all, it was hard growing up in public school. The women, listen, man, the women would get on your ass, boy. You better come in there. A nigga can have on a new pair of Jordans and he gonna win back then. It was different, man. That's why niggas was getting killed over Jordans and starter jackets and shit like that. Today, nigga got skinny jeans. A nigga don't even rob. When last time you heard a nigga get robbed for what he got on? Back then, bro, you get robbed for some Jordans, starter jackets. A nigga ain't robbing you for them skinny jeans. Oh, no, nigga, don't nobody want that little bit of them skinny jeans, nigga, up off you, nigga. Oh, don't nobody want them Crocs. Don't nobody want them. These nigga wear Crocs today. Nobody running up on nobody for no motherfucking pair of Crocs, nigga. Yeah, the game to change, man. Lolita got the ticket down there, man. Get your tickets for Bloodlines of the Gods Part 5. If y'all want to hear the information on was history told in reverse, far as the history that we learn and is taught that is European history. It actually happened in America. If so, where did it happen in America? How do we identify it? And how do we find ourselves in the story, most importantly? That's my time, man. The legendary Big Chief Topcatz. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Freaky Friday. That's my time, man. We gone.